Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're cracking open a new bottle of Larceny A124. So we've been looking long and hard. It is right to the end of January, and this has been avoiding us. This, and you know, Massachusetts is always late to the table anyway. So
according to where I got it, it just came out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But everybody else in the world's already done it. But that's all right.
I've seen it out there, and it's
yes,
two of our bigger liquor stores near us.
Didn't mean to do the cork pop there. I was trying to take the little plastic off, but hey, better late than never, right? So here it is. So this is give me the particulars, and then we'll get into the bullshit. But so this is Larceny A124. We got it for $64.99. This comes in at a 124.2 proof. It's averaged 6 to 8 years. The company and distillery is Heaven Hill, and it is at a 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. So if anyone's new to the game, they have an A, B, and C. A being January, B being May, and they do A1, which is January, B, which is 5/24, which will be May, and then it'll be C 9/24, which is it comes out in September. So, just like the Elijah Craig does the same thing. Oh, my little towel wet. Did I spill? Of course I spilled.
It's the tape.
Yeah. So, but you know, we're gonna give this one a try, and we're gonna see what happens. Actually, Larceny last year was pretty solid throughout. All three of them were actually very good drinks.
Just like you, I always thought I liked Elijah, but this one held its own last year.
You actually, when we did head to head, I actually picked Elijah, and you actually picked the Larceny over it when we did it last time. So, you know, it is what it is. They float back and forth. I mean, you know, you're going to get a good
and price wise, they're usually pretty close.
They actually, I usually find this is like $10 cheaper than the Elijahs when they come out, depending on what they are. I've always been luckier with these than Elijah. Usually gets marked up.
Some reason I have $59.99 in my head, and
they were in the beginning. They were in the beginning
for both. I thought they were both like.
They probably were in the beginning, but lately
we
we actually have been finding the Larceny cheaper. This one doesn't get the draw like Elijah does. It almost gets like a bad rap. But a lot of people don't like weeders too, so that's the other thing.
And either a store has it or they don't.
Right.
So
no, right. Like one of the local stores that I love to go to, they carry the basic ones, but they don't do any of the barrel picks. You know, so Yeah, I haven't gone that far. I'm trying to get a nose, and it's not generating a whole lot out of the nose so far.
Yeah, I didn't say it, but I was disappointed. I was getting nothing, so I was like, I'm taking a sip. Mm-hmm. But you know, there's proof here.
Yep.
It hit pretty quick compared to yesterday when we just had the two. They were fairly both mellow. This one.
Well, it's funny though. I think I'm broken because lately the proof hasn't been hitting me.
That's right. You actually were out to lunch on both of them.
Yeah.
You were like way high.
Yeah. Lately I'm broken. This actually isn't drinking like hot to me. That first sip, but I didn't take a big one. But I did roll it around. But it's not drinking.
It definitely tingles and it stays here right here for a bit. I only took a baby sip too, so it still got no crazy nose though.
I'm getting a peanut now. I got it on the flavor, so now I'm getting it on the nose.
So I'm getting a little bit of a more peanut. light fruit. I'm not getting a peanut. I can tell you that.
What fruit are you gonna throw it out there?
It's almost like a light strawberry.
So I take that back. I'm not broken. Someone else might be, but I'm not broken.
Okay.
No, I'm not getting. You know, it might be. Hey, you get what you get. You know, I can't tell you what you're smelling, but
it is funny.
I'm not getting.
Because I'm definitely not.
Second sip was definitely better than the first. It actually it coated a little bit better.
And I may get now the nut flavor in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any real oak ending.
You know, I don't think I ever. That's why I usually like the Elijah better, because it usually comes with more of an oaky presence towards the end, a little bit more caramel, a little darker, richer.
Yeah, I'm not getting any of those bad notes.
This is what I'm saying. These usually bring it a little bit lighter and brighter to me. And that's why I usually tend to gravitate towards the Elijah when I put them head to head.
I'm not disappointed though. It's definitely worth the money.
No, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, we didn't put any of these or any of the. Well, we did put the Elijah in like our top. These are always super solid. I mean, for $64.99 in this day and age, where a lot of brands think that MSRP should be $150 to do it and stuff like that. These are still super solid. They put them out 3 times a year. They're readily available. They may come late to Massachusetts.
They do.
They're out there usually.
They are.
And if you wait, and some stores mark them up, but you can usually find them at a decent price.
And there's still some stragglers sometimes.
Yeah. No, right.
Well,
like you
all
can
of them.
find like
it's weird because there's certain stores like I went yesterday, and they had 6 of the Bookers, the last one, and they're just hanging around.
Because they come late.
They come late, and then they put them on the upper shelf.
Yep, and they hide them.
And they really hide them because they have them up there, and they got the price on them, so it's not like they're trying to cheat. And it wasn't outrageous. I think it was $98.99 or something like that, which is $1 cheaper than what we paid for most of ours this year. So it wasn't outrageous. It's just whenever sometimes people put it behind the glass, they're already turned off unless you kind of actually do shopping like we do on a regular basis where, okay, that's not too bad.
Right.
If we didn't have one, it wasn't too bad.
Right.
But the nose is coming around now.
Yeah,
but not into the... It's light caramel and a light fruit for me.
I'm not getting the fruit. I hear what you're saying. It is a light caramel, but you're not getting that dark, rich caramel, like oaky finish. You definitely don't get that.
There's no
I do
finish.
get a peanut in the middle. I get that.
And where you're not getting a fruit, I'm definitely not getting a peanut.
Mm-hmm. I mean, these are solid.
It's always fun when we get all 3 and then we compare them.
Well, because then you really get the contrast. I've said that. I was talking
side by side.
I was talking to Steve the other day, and I was explaining.
There's a lot of bottles that we really, really like, and then
when you get them and you actually put them up against something, you're like, what happened to this thing? Like we
just did that. I think in one of the last blinds we did.
We did with the first call one, in the Wellington actually one. You absolutely hated it, and I was like, I don't think we hated it when we did it.
No, but I went back and we didn't. But standing in the group, it was not even close.
Funny story. Steve actually owned the first bottle of that, and I went and bought another one. And he came over the other day, and he tried it, and he was like, "Oh, you're gonna have 2 bottles if that's the case, because this is terrible." He was like, He did not like ours at all, and I'm like, I don't remember not liking it. Maybe we got a bad bottle.
Maybe that bottle we did because it did stand out.
Because he had actually said, he goes, "Oh, you're gonna have 2 bottles of this then, because I can't drink that. That is terrible." He's like, "Oh, he didn't want to drink the glass he poured." He's like, "This is bad."
It definitely was on the low end budget of what we had out there for that day.
I can't, off of memory, it's so hard to go back on which one. I don't even remember what.
Not to mention, look, we started with like no bottles.
No, I know.
Well, now there's 130 bottles over there, and who knows what's behind us.
I kept the 3. Like, don't get me wrong, we have all the old Larceny that are over there still, but I kept the 3 new ones. I don't even remember who won last year in Larceny. Do you? It wasn't C again.
I don't believe.
I think it was A for some reason. I think it was the A batch that won. So I can't even tell you how this compares to that, and I apologize. If you want to see that, leave a comment down below. We can always do like A versus A. You know what I mean? Of this year and last year's. And then but unless you compare them like that, it is so hard.
Right? Because right now this is a decent pour.
And that's exactly it. You drink it, it's super solid until you actually. That's why as much as. Love the George T. Stagg, and I love this Stagg, not Junior anymore. But you know what? They got to go in blinds where we don't know where they are, and we got to throw them up against and just see how they pan out. Are they as good?
The other kicker is, so I'm sure every state has their little whiskey bars. Let's go to that, and you pay a shitload of money for friggin' a pour. When you can get $65, and you got the pours that they give you is never what you want anyway. It's fun to go out, I get it, but you just bought a bottle in usually one sitting for me, and I already bought like 4 friggin' bottles, and I'm sucking palm oil because I hate life.
These are super. You know what? I've said that there are a lot of Larceny haters out there, and I don't get any funk with the wheat. Like some people get a
no.
weird taste with the
Usually,
wheaters, and to me, it just
eases
drinks
it down.
softer.
Yeah. That's where I
kind
go
of
too.
weird. It says this is 124.2 proof. It's not drinking hot. You know, there's a proof in there,
Right,
But
especially
it's not,
the first sip.
It's
But
not
then
like
it just-
peppery and
no,
spiky
no,
or anything
no.
like that. It drinks. It's just these are
You know,
solid.
if they had the corn and then instead of the wheat, if they had a rye, then this thing would probably be smacking. But
I mean,
with the wheat, I think it kind of mellows it all the proof down a little bit, and it makes it a tasty treat.
you know, much to the like or chagrin or whatever it is of the people that are listening, you know, I'm going to revert this back to the fact that, you know, we paid like $150 for a bunch of whiskey last year, where this is competition. I think this would compete with most of them. You know what I mean? Like these are solid.
So to your point, we just in the blind, we just had the Sinatra at 159, and it was 90 proof.
Mm-hmm.
All day long, I'd leave that friggin' black box, and we honestly,
I 100%
we
agree
did
with
get it. Just so, is it worth the money?
And it is very good, but for what
I would buy
you
two
could
of
buy
these.
two of these.
And be so much happy.
Oh,
I'd be
no,
so much smiling.
1000%
Way more.
agree with that. And I was going to bring up the 18. You know, is that Knob 18 very good? Sure is. But would I buy two of these for that instead?
So that we'll go back to the 700 milliliter Woodford.
No, I agree with that too.
And there's one out right now.
Yep.
I think it's 90.4
Yeah, it's been out, but yeah.
at $150.
Yep. That's why I said
I looked. I was like, "There's no way I'm doing that."
well, even,
That one's on you if we're doing that one.
even the Woodford, I'm not buying it. No. Even the
You
Woodford,
won't see that one.
I'll look, but even the Woodford double oak, you know what I mean? That's coming out with a bigger price tag this year too. And I mean, I don't know how much you can improve on a double oak. I'd only do it just to see if it's better. You know what I mean? But I can't. That Woodford double oak is a beast. That is a beast.
So no, it's double, but we probably get it. Just
We probably won't because we ain't gonna find it. But if we did find it, I would probably buy it. But I think it's a bigger price tag because we get the double oak for like $49 at that magical store that Steve has. But I think this one's up there. It's up a little pricier. So, well, back to the review. Larceny A124. I think this is a banging start to Larceny. I think this is absolutely delicious. The more I keep drinking it, it coats. It has such a good viscosity on there. The flavor stays. And it's not just proof that's coming down. It's all flavor that's coating your throat and stuff.
Does it have a million notes? No.
No.
But it's a tasty little drink.
You get a slight peanut, and that's about it. You're not getting the wave. Again, I
get
think
the slight caramel, light fruit in the nose, and then
I got to credit Jack Daniels for wrecking me for a lot of people because I like the fact that I get a chocolate-covered nut banana with that and a nice oaky finish. There's
trying to
very
find
few.
peanut, but I can't, and I eat peanuts every day.
Yeah, I get a peanut in here for sure. That's the only thing I get out of it. I'm trying to find your fruit. I don't know what fruit you do.
In the nose, you don't get a light fruit.
It's called a peanut fruit. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting a fruit at all.
Right.
I really don't. But no, I don't. I mean, it's good.
It is good.
And there is a sweetness, but I'm not getting like a fruit per se.
It's an easy drinker.
Oh no, for this fruit.
after your first sip, it's a nice easy.
But at first I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be hot," but it's not. Like it has a. It's not.
Right. Unlike the Yellowstone, each sip was like 100%.
That just kept getting hotter.
Yeah.
This is drinking with it's so much flavor. It kind of masks the proof, and that's the good part about it. So, well, there you go. There's the Larceny A124. If you guys have got a chance to try this, leave a comment down below. I'll be curious what you think. And again, I can't wait till the end of the year because I like putting them all together because then we can it's a true test that way when you can actually put them up against each other. So, well, there you go. There is our review. That being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Subscribe.